Hello, Tim Gavel here from the Region Media Group for the Sports Report. We're down here for the launch of the John I Dent Cup, men's and women's, starting this weekend. Alongside me is Taylor Stanford from Vikings. And Taylor, just how do you feel about the start of the weekend? Obviously, it's been a long pre-season, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been. But no, I'm super excited to actually get out there and play some footy this weekend with the girls. So, everyone's really excited for round one. Coming off a couple of trial matches, it's always good to see how things and combinations and things are working. So we're excited to, put it together this weekend.
Having watched you destroy oppositions over the last couple of years, you've had a few injuries, which has hampered you a little bit. How are you feeling at the moment?
Still, working on my confidence and slowly getting back into it. The two pre-season games helped me a little bit. It was my first time actually properly playing in about 2 years. So I'm excited to get out there this weekend with the girls.
Good on Taylor. Hopefully an injury-free season.
Yes, hopefully.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Taylor. I'll just get BJ over here, and of course one of the veterans of Canberra rugby, and it's been an incredible run, 2 premierships in a row, and I guess high expectations. You've had very few players leave, and it's a settled side.
Yeah, it's been good. To the pre-season, I guess having the majority of our squad from last year back again obviously makes things a hell of a lot easier when you're trying to learn shape and all that sort of thing, and only introduce a couple of new players in there. So in terms of that learning factor, it's been really good. Expectations, I guess, in terms for us, you want to be in grand final every year. So I guess we've been lucky enough to be there the last couple of years. So that's something that I guess every club's striving for, so it'll be no different for us this year.
Your role has been instrumental in keeping the team together and making sure everybody's okay, and that's really important, the off-season work that you do as well.
Yeah, look, I don't know if I'm instrumental. We have a really good group of guys there at the moment, with Pedro and Bodo as well. They've been around for a while now, so I guess I do my bit as well, and everyone else sort of does their bit, but I guess in terms of keeping everyone on track and making sure the group's in a good place, it's something that I'm sort of passionate about. So I always want to make sure everyone's doing all right and is in a good headspace. And if we can do that, then we can get the best out of each of those players on the field.
Yeah, it'd be great to see Jamie back, given he missed the grand final with that leg injury. And, you've got Pedro, as you say, Pedro Orlando back. And, the mainstays of the side, yourself, experience-wise, you're all back there. Who do you see as the main threats this year?
You just mentioned him there, Pedro. He's been player of the comp for the last couple of years. So in terms of for us, he's definitely that main threat for us. So we can sort of build around him, and we've got some young guys, I guess, coming through in the backs now. Harry Quinlan and Lincoln Smith, he's been there for a couple of years. I think those guys should probably look out for them this year. But in saying that, everyone's still got to do their job for those guys to be able to shine.
Thanks for that, BJ.
No worries. Cheers.
It's Ben Johnson down here at the launch of the John I Dent Cup men's and women's competition starting this weekend. Back with more in just a moment.
This week's Sports Wrap proudly brought to you by Village Building Co.
Hello, Tim Gavel down here at Brumbies headquarters for the launch of the John I Dent Cup this weekend as we go around the grounds. And firstly, the Raiders, they take on Parramatta Saturday night at Canberra Stadium. Parramatta losing their first game on the weekend in a thriller to St George Illawarra. The Raiders went down 30 points to 10 to the Panthers. Josh Hodgson likely to be given until later in the week to prove his fitness. The same with Chance Nicol-Klokstad. Of course, the side seemed to break down a little bit when Klokstad was forced off with concussion, so the hope is that he's going to be right to play on Saturday night against Parramatta. Now, the Brumbies play the Rebels in Melbourne Sunday afternoon. This game was originally scheduled for Canberra Stadium, but because of COVID, they switched things around, so the match to be played in Melbourne Sunday afternoon. Now, the Brumbies trail Queensland by 7 in the ladder, so the Brumbies will finish in second place, and they'll play either the Rebels or the Force in the preliminary final at Canberra Stadium, and the grand final will be played at Lang Park, with the Queensland Reds hosting that game. Now, in the Rally of Canberra on the weekend, the Nettia Rally, Harry Bates and John McCarthy accounted for Lewis Bates and Anthony McLaughlin, so the Bates brothers finishing 1 and 2 there. We've got the tennis UTR tournament at Lyneham this week, and Charlie Camus won the Australian Under-14 title. That's the Australian title. So heading into the UTR Championships at Lyneham on a high. We also had the start of the Premier League soccer in Canberra on the weekend. In the women's, Canberra Deakin drew Toole with Canberra United Academy. And in the men's, Gungahlin 4 accounted for West Canberra Wanderers 1. And the Canberra Raiders Cup on the weekend also got underway. One of the highlights there, Tuggeranong 36, accounting for the Kangaroos from Queanbeyan 12, 36-12. Tuggeranong opening their account with a victory on the weekend, having missed last season, of course, because of COVID. This is Tim Gavel signing off for the Region Media Group.